So I just got done with work a little while ago, and Claudine asked me to run out and get the mail because nobody's been out to get it yet so far. It's early evening. You can probably tell once you see that the sun is going down over the hill behind me. We're right on the cusp of heading into the autumn temperatures. It's been in the low 50s today. In fact, it's 52 right now. And tonight it's supposed to get down to 27. So it's going to get a little nippy. But we're used to that here in rural New York. Well, the crows are talkative tonight. Alright, so I gave Claudine the mail. I just wanted to make a little comment here about something that some of you probably recall seeing here in one of the former videos. And that's this oversized stump that we still have standing here. If you've been watching our videos for a while, you probably remember me saying that I wanted to get it carved by a chainsaw artist. Well, plans have changed. I'm now referring to this thing as a monument to my stupidity. After getting a number of quotes for the work to be done, most of them were in the $10,000 range, so this is now the monument to my stupidity. Needless to say, that stump's going to stand there because I'm not going to have that price charged to me. Well, it's that time of year again.
Yes, usually from the fall through the winter into early spring, I have a puzzle going. Used to have lots of kids that helped, but not so much anymore. But last Christmas, Bree and Nick got me this puzzle tray, I guess you would call it. It spins so you can see the different sides of the puzzle easier. It has sorting trays so you can sort the puzzle. And it has a cover so you can cover it. Therefore, little hands can't get to the pieces as easily. And you can move it. It would slide underneath something, but our couch is a little too low to the ground to slide underneath that. But I can move it to another room rather than take the whole puzzle apart if we need the space in the dining room. So, works good for me so far. And we'll see. This is our second puzzle of the season so far.
What are we working on today?
A fall scene. Some lake, I don't know.
What's going on here, Mama?
Making applesauce. These are apples cooking. These are ones that are cooked and I'm running them through the food mill. And then that's the applesauce. Just have to put a little bit of sugar and some cinnamon in it.
Why do we do this?
Because we like homemade applesauce. It's the only kind Dale or the kids will eat. And now the grandkids like it, so I've got to make enough for all of them.
Where did this recipe come from?
Dale's grandmother. It's not really a recipe. It's a specific kind of apple. You have to get northern spies. And then cooking them with the skins on. All you do is cut the core out, basically. Cook them slowly with the skins on, and then food mill them. And then season them to taste. Like if you wanted something other than cinnamon, you could put nutmeg, whatever you wanted. And they're a tart apple. People always say spies for pies, so they're a good pie apple, not a great eating apple. So put a little bit, they need a little bit of sugar. But yeah, that's where the recipe came from. We had to make it for years. I've made 3 bushels a year because Shannon needed it when she was younger and could not swallow pills because her enzymes needed to be eaten in some fruit sauce kind of thing. Because the enzymes don't break down fruit, so that way they would get through her digestive system until she got to the intestines where they needed to be used to break down food. So that was why I started making the quantity I have. Then I cut back for a while because she wasn't needing them anymore because she could swallow pills. But now I've started making more because the kids all take some home, like Shannon takes some home for Ronnie and Brianna takes some for her kids and herself. So
it's also quite often requested when we go to church dinners or other family get-togethers. And
yeah, people like it. It's really just a time. It's not difficult. It's just time-consuming. This part is time-consuming. The rest of it's pretty easy. Just let the apples cook. Cut them up, let them cook. Finding northern spies can some years be the challenge, but
well, what started out over a week ago as another attempt at us trying to film some more for the channel hasn't really amounted to a whole lot. We do hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far earlier on this video. We are further into autumn here in rural New York. As you can see, the trees have been changing color. They haven't really gotten a bright color. It's been more of a subdued orange and brown with a few yellows popping here and there. We haven't had a lot of bright reds or oranges in several years now. You have to have just the right temperature, and it has to have a frost hit at a certain time in order for the leaves to really pop. So right now I'm walking out to our fruit trees. We've had a number of fruit trees planted over here in our south yard for a while now, and they really haven't produced a whole lot, at least not anything that we could use. But Claudine said that there's some apples growing on some of our apple trees, so I figured I'd walk out here and find out what's going on. This is our Golden Delicious tree, and I don't think they look all that delicious. We've got a Northern Spy tree on either side of this Golden Delicious. Now, the Northern Spies are what Claudine uses to follow my grandmother's recipe for our cinnamon applesauce. And neither of these trees has produced much of anything, as you can see. The branches are bare of any apples. We haven't really done a great job of pruning these trees, and that's likely part of the problem. Case in point, we've also got some peach trees, the largest of which we didn't really do a great job of pruning either. And it's kind of overgrown. And it does get now, after probably 10-15 years that tree's been here, it does get quite a lot of peaches on the branches, but they're all rather small and not really useful for anything. The deer really love them though. So besides the 3 apple trees, 2 Northern Spies and the 1 Golden Delicious, which is only 3 out of 6 that I originally planted down here, we've also got a single pear tree that hasn't produced anything because it hasn't really pollinated because we don't have another pear tree. And then we've got 2 peach trees, the largest of which is looking rather worse for wear. It's had a number of branches broken and limbs come down over the years, and it's overgrown. Today, Claudia and I are actually getting ready to go out with our band and play another event at a place about 45 minutes away from where we live. We've gotten out a few times this year, a little bit more than the last year, a little bit more than the last few years actually. We always love going out and playing music for our Savior and King Jesus. If you ever want to look us up, look up Copper Coins Band on YouTube. We're also on Facebook and Instagram.
thanks for stopping again at the old house and watching this short vlog. We look forward to seeing you back here the next time.